We're going to be working on how to create a door and open and close in Unreal Engine 5. First, go to Content Drawer, then add a new folder. Call it Blueprints. Open the folder, right click, and then add a blueprint class. We're going to make it an actor, BP underscore door, and then open this, and then onto add components, we want to add a cube. Let's scale this down. Alright, we got our door, and now we need to add a component called box collision. And then we need to scale this down. And we're going to actually have the cube attached to the box. Compile and save. We're going to add another component, which is another box collision. And then this one's not going to be attached to anything. This is going to be by itself. And then we're going to scale this. And then we're going to right click, add event, on component begin overlap, and then on component end overlap. Get rid of this. Make sure drag these guys. Off of this, we're going to cast to BP first person character. Plug in the object with the other actor. The same thing down here. Off of begin overlap, we want to enable input, and then for end overlap, disable input. Off of player controller, we want to get player controller, and then the same thing over here. Alright, so down here, add a custom event. We're going to call this open door. And then we're going to go to our variables and then add door open. We're going to drag this at a get variable. Off of that, we're going to get a branch and then plug in the execute node with the other one. And then we want to drag the set node. Make sure we make two of these, one in the true, one in the false. Make sure the one in the false is checked. And if it's true, we want to make a timeline. We're going to call this open door timeline. You can name this whatever you want. Go into here, make the length to 1, and then add the track. We're going to make this a float track. We're going to call this alpha. Add a key. Make the time 0 and the value 0. And then add another one. Make the time 1 and the value 1. Compile, save, close out of this. And then off of the false node, we want to reverse. Alright, off of updates, we want to set relative rotation for our box. And then off of the new rotation, let's right click, split struct pin. Off of the yaw, let's add a lerp. And then plug in the alpha with the alpha. And then put A as 0 and then B as -90. Compile and save. And we're going to go down here, add E key, scroll for this one, and then off of pressed, we want to call our function open door. Compile, save, close out of it. Let's drag the door to the scene. Let's make it bigger. Go off of here. That looks pretty good. Save this. And then when we hit play, and then hit E, and that's everything. So if you guys found this tutorial helpful, please be sure to like the video and subscribe. And as always, see ya!